Today I have episode 2 of my in-depth pizzaplex Minecraft build. Um, Last episode we went over the lobby and we went over the main atrium and the prize room and the locker room. But today I have you guys, we're going to cover this kind of section of the pizzaplex. So we're just going to start over here. You come up these escalators, you go past the little train ride thing, and you come to the bowling alley. Yeah. This is one of my favorite rooms in the Pizzaplex. This was one of the rooms that I actually added on last. I never had intentions on actually building a bowling alley, but Bonnie Bowl is one of the nicest places in the Pizzaplex, in my opinion. So, I built that, and I think it looks pretty good. You come through here. This is like where you like buy tickets or whatever. You come down, and you come to like the main areas. This is where like you get your bowling shoes. There's a little game area back here, drink fountains, basketball hoops. I think this little part right here looks really good. You have the TVs above the bowling alley. You have little player heads representing the bowling balls. The lanes look really good. Back here, you have just spare ball storage and the things that readjust the pins. You come over here, like this is where you select your bowling ball. You come over here, there's like a little kitchen, little like concession stand. I'm sorry. You go back here, and there's a manager's office. Manager's office. I like the floor in here a lot. Little storage room with some generators in the back. Pretty simple. In my new Pizzaplex build, it's a lot more refined and, in my opinion, looks 10 times better. But this still is a very good room. I'm still very happy with how this room turned out. Now we're going to go to the actually first, I guess the first, like, entertainment thing I built in the Pizzaplex, and that's Foxy's Pirate play place. It's basically just a daycare, but Foxy themed, because I think the pirate theme is a lot cooler. We have this nice, like, I don't really know what you would call that, but it's supposed to advertise what's going on the inside. And actually, a lot of these garage doors will be closed just to kind of section it up a little bit. I don't really know why I did it. I don't know. Just come in here. Not a very big space, but we'll get to that later. You see this wall. I do like the look of this wall. I do like it a lot. It's a lot better in my new one. Here are like the counters and stuff you sign your kid in to just like, take care of them while the rest of your family goes and messes throughout. This is for like toddlers. This is the toddler section. Have some booths, some plants spread throughout, the foxy head stars all over the place, and slices of pizza. It gets really tight back here. I don't like this, but it's just the way I did it. Little hall back here. We'll get to that in a minute. Candy machines, popcorn machines. You know how. Merry-go-rounds really, really coughing it up the space here. Here are some party rooms over here. Now, this is the oldest part of one of the older parts of the Pizzaplex. So, be a little easier on me. It looks a lot better in the new one. These party rooms really aren't all that good. I don't really like them. I kind of shoehorned them in. This is a nice little area. I added this part like really later on. This is Patchy the Parrot. It's like Foxy's little companion. This is his little stage. My little build for him. I like that a lot. You can get into it through here. Doesn't matter though. Here's a little like snack shack. Yeah, it doesn't look very good. Well, let's get to the and these are ATMs, by the way. Let's get to the main entrance. You got a nice little rainbow, and you come in and it's just hits you with bright colors. I actually really do like how this turned out. I do think it looks really good. It looks a lot better in the new one. I'm gonna say that a lot in these videos because it just does. There's a crashed ship right here with some gold in it. Pathways, X's on the ground, clouds of the sky. I think it looks really good when you're flying, not really like when you're on the ground. The water, these are like plate things. I don't really know what to describe them. Here's Foxy on his stage. I really do like the idea that Foxy would be in the middle of it, but I did change that for my new one, but it was something that I did want to do, but I just didn't. I like this. I like this better. I like this better. I do like this a little better. But you know, it's just a part of the thing. But yeah, I like this area. This, like I said, this is one of the first areas I did, so there was a lot of troubleshooting. So let's go back into these back rooms. I guess we'll start over here and just work our way. Here you got a nice stairwell right here. I actually really like this stairwell. Come through here. It's a nice little hall, and then you come to the kitchen. This is the main kitchen of this side of the Pizzaplex. Every side of the Pizzaplex has a kitchen, at least a main one, where they will push out, because I just don't like the idea that, you know, there's only one kitchen in the Pizzaplex and you can't get food anywhere else and they just serve it. It's to everyone in the Pizzaplex. I don't like that. I don't like that. So there are kitchens spread all throughout. And this is another main one. There's the cold room in there. Not going to go in there because there's no point. And here is a hall, a very cramped hall. The security door. This is a security office. So when I built this, I tried to think of it as a game, but it kind of fell by the wayside towards the end. But this is the security office. So this is just the security office of this like sector of the Pizzaplex. There's one directly below it, which I don't like. But the doors do work. Lockers. And then back here, yeah, it's a power room, nothing special. Yeah. And then we go this way, and then we come to this like main kind of stair. This connects you to the Bonnie rock and roller rink, but we're gonna get to that just in a second. So if you go through here, because I don't want to like ruin all that, so we're gonna go out through here, and then we're gonna go to Bonnie's rock and roller rink. So as you can see, this garage door is open. That one's closed over there. This one's closed, and this one's open. I try to get some variation in there. This is probably, I don't want to say my least favorite part of the Pizzaplex, but it's definitely not my favorite. I think I made it too big. I think I started to fix it like towards the end of the build. But at the beginning, like, there was nothing in this main space. There was absolutely nothing. Yeah, it just didn't look very good. But let's just get into it. So you come in here, and obviously it's a roller rink. I really like the name of it, Bonnie's Rock and Roller Rink. I really like that. You come here, obviously you see the roller rink. I really like the carpet in here. It's got, like, musical notes on it. I really like that. Lemonade, fruit punch, clown. You come over here. This is like I wouldn't call this lounge, but this is the main DJ booth. So this is where like the DJs will be sitting there watching the kids skate, and they will send out songs and stuff like that and DJ. That's what a DJ does. Come over here. This is where you get your skates. Bunch of photo booths in here. I love photo booths because photo booths can suck up a lot of empty space, and they look good, and they fit. So that's why those are there. Because that's just... I built this side of the Pizzaplex first, so that's why this space looks a lot worse than the other parts, in my opinion. But yeah, back here, very simple. Very tight. Basketball hoops. Here's a little kitchen right here, just a tiny little concession stand. These are all the party rooms right here. These are a lot better than the other ones. I'm starting to lag. I don't know why. But, yeah, here are the party rooms. There's one over here. There's one in here. There's a little hallway separating the two. Some stages in most of these. Yeah. So, let's go right here. I don't want to cover the stage yet. So here's the main roller rink. It's got all these like foil things hanging from the ceiling. I just did that with glass. These beacons are supposed to be disco balls. I don't really know how I like them. There are some stars and red things on the floor. Those look pretty good. There's like this middle section here where like kids can roll in and sit down, I guess, hang out. Um, I based this heavily off of like skate zone that I've been to. Um, Booze, and then you come to the main kind of stage area. I do like these pillars. They're kind of out of place in here, but I do like them. And then there's these little like things on the ground. This is supposed to be a very like dance oriented kind of place. That's why there really aren't any tables. There's just kind of seats. Here's Bonnie's. I based his stage heavily off of the road stage from Chuck E. Cheese with the cities in the background. I think it turned out pretty good. Why that's there. I think that turned out pretty good. He's got two giant speakers next to him. And you come back here, and then here's kind of the same thing from upstairs. Here's an office. The doors do work. Rock. I have those like all over the place. And you come over here. Here's something kind of interesting. Here's my little hazard posters. Here's the main stairwell that we talked about earlier. And then I don't know what that is. And then you come over here, and there's a little parts and service charging dock. But in here we actually have the fun times. Now these are not, I repeat, are not the original fun times. Okay? This is, I explained it in some of my other videos. I do and am trying to build a kind of somewhat lore in my builds. And these animatronics are in here because this pizzaplex was planning on using them in their own section, but it got cut or whatever. Like I said, this pizzaplex isn't canon anymore. The new one that I'm building now is the canon one. So we're going to see what these guys have to do. But one of them did actually make the cut. Ballora is in the Chica area. She wasn't originally supposed to be there, but they threw her in there because Ballora is one of the more advanced animatronics out of the lineup. She's like a lot more mobile, and they spent a lot of money on her, and they didn't want to throw her out and just stuff her back into a room like they did with these guys. So they put her in Chica's area because Chica's area is very focused on dancing. So that is that. I know Ballora's on the table. This is like a prototype. The real one's in, like I said, the Chica area. But comes through here. Here's Circus Baby, and then you come into like one of those interrogation rooms from FNAF 6. Because I really like that game. And these are like my take on charging stations. I might change them in my new Pizzaplex build. I haven't got a chance to build them yet. If you guys want to see a video on what I have done so far, we're very close to 50 subscribers. And once we hit 50, I'll be able to start streaming. So hopefully you guys are definitely going to see my new Pizzaplex and what I'm doing. So now that we've finished the two main entertainment centers on this side. So now we're going to get into kind of the back room areas. So let's just get into it. So you come over, let's just go over here. Or maybe not. Oh, that's right. Right. All of these stages in the Pizzaplex all have, or at least most of them, all have their doors. And because the animatronics are not locked down into one position. Obviously, there are stages in every part of the Pizzaplex, but there is the main stage. And usually, what that means is that the animatronics, for most of the day, perform in, their areas. But then, towards certain periods of the day, they do the big shows up on the stage. But they can't just walk around willy-nilly around the pizzaplex. They have to use these utility tunnels, which are behind most of their stages. It's an easier way for them to get around, and it's better for the immersion. So there's Foxy's places before. So Bonnie comes out of here, very tall ceilings. I don't know why I made them this tall. Little break room over here, couch, TV. Very tight corridors. I really don't like how tight these are. Like I said, man, I can't wait for you guys to see my new pizzaplex because I think it just looks 10 times better. But there's a lot of, I did fill in a lot of the negative space with a lot of pipes and vents and stuff like that, and boxes and stuff like that. I think they look really good. These are trash cans. I don't know why there's so many trash cans in this corridor, and broken down arcades. Back here, it leads you through to the party rooms, and then you come through here, and then here is a closet, and that is a bathroom, but we will do that later. So yeah, let's continue on our little journey. There's a lever here. I don't know what that does. But you come through here, and then there's some windows and some more boxes, plenty of boxes. Here is I would like to say, the main parts and service of the Pizzaplex. Now, I don't know what I was thinking when I built this. I don't know I couldn't even tell you what these are. The best thing I could tell you what these are like cranes, because the animatronics are heavy and they need to be lifted up and worked on these tables, so these cranes kind of convey all around the room and can lift the animatronics up. That's just kind of my thought process. But this hallway goes all the way back, and this is all the storage and parts they need for all the animatronics, because I have like 13 to 15 animatronics in the Pizzaplex. There are, I want to say, 3 parts and service rooms, I want to say. I want to say there's 3, spread throughout the Pizzaplex, because there's one here, and there's one kind of over there, and then there's one over there. So kind of just in the main quadrants. Instead of just one, I don't, like, Security Breach, it's cool that there's just one. It's fine. It works for what it is. But what happens if, because Fazbear Entertainment is you know how they are. They just want to make money all the time. So it's easier if they have tinier parts and service instead of one huge one kind of spread throughout the Pizzaplex. So if Bonnie, for example, were to break down, he would go to this one. He wouldn't go to the one on Freddy and Chica's side. He would go to this one, because then they could just fix him up in 10 minutes, and then he doesn't have to walk all the way across the Pizzaplex. He could just come in here, get fixed up really quickly, and then go right back to doing shows. So that was kind of my thought process behind spreading them out instead of one huge one like they did in Security Breach. So down here is another little interrogation room, salvage room thing. And then up here you have the main technician's office, or the head engineer. Lore significance, I don't know. I haven't really discussed this really yet. Like I said, I am currently working on a story for my Pizzaplex, my new one. Like I said, I will say this again. This Pizzaplex is not canon. This Pizzaplex is not canon anymore. It does not exist in the Pizza Time Rockers lore. Okay? This one does not exist anymore. This was a prototype. This is not the final one. The one that I am working on right now and getting a lot of traction on is the current, current rendition of it. And I'm currently thinking up and writing up the story as we speak. And I am designing the map more as of a game than just a place to walk around and look cool. So we're not going to go down there, because that is a whole different section of the Pizzaplex. So we kind of finished our tour for today. There was a lot of lore dumped today. That's kind of what my plan was originally anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, we are so close to 50 subscribers, and I just can't believe on how far we've come. And I'm just so happy that a lot of people enjoy what I do, and I'm glad that I make people's, I'm glad I make people happy, and I really hope that I inspire people to build, because certainly that is what happened to me. But I am currently working on another pizzaplex. It looks 1 billion times better. Go on my TikTok. It's in my descriptions. Go check it out, because that is where I post pictures and stuff of my pizzaplex all the time. And like I said, we are so close to 50 subs. YouTube's going to start letting me stream, at least I hope. And I will start streaming me building a pizzaplex. I build a pizzaplex all the time. And when I build a pizzaplex, I usually do it like once a week. And when I build it like once a week, I really build it. Like, I get in there for like 4 to 5 hours just knocking out sections. So yeah, I'm very, very, very excited for the future of this channel. It's getting a lot better. The Roblox video did great. Secret of the Mimic videos are coming, but like I said, I'm working on a lot of stuff right now. I got my pizzaplex build that I'm trying to get a good dent in on. I have my Chuck E. Cheese build that I'm doing for the Roblox game. I have these videos coming out. Yeah, so I got a lot going on. So, and it doesn't really seem like anyone's really even liking the Secret of the Mimic videos, and I'm not really having a good time playing the game anyways. So, not saying it's canceled, but I'm just saying that, it's not on the top of my priority list. We are going to finish it, we are going to play it, but it's not something that I have huge, like, I got to get this done right now. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this tour. I know I did a lot of talking in this one. But I hope you guys enjoyed it, and hopefully the next episode comes out here soon. I love you guys. Pizza Time Rockers. Peace out.